In the high-stakes world of courtroom drama, sometimes the truth comes from the most unexpected places. Today we re-diving into a case where a single witness testimony didn't just sway the jury, it completely demolished the defense's entire argument and left everyone in the courtroom absolutely stunned. The case seemed straightforward at first. The defendant, a well-respected businessman, was accused of a sophisticated financial fraud scheme. His defense team was formidable, building a seemingly airtight case based on complex financial records, expert analyses, and a narrative that painted him as a victim of a disgruntled former partner. They argued every piece of evidence was circumstantial and that there was no direct proof linking him to the illegal transactions. For weeks, the prosecution struggled to land a decisive blow. It felt like the defense was slowly but surely winning. Just when it seemed like an acquittal was on the horizon, the prosecution called their final witness. It wasn't a financial expert or a high-powered executive. It was the defendant's personal assistant, a quiet, unassuming woman who had worked for him for over a decade. The defense lawyers barely gave her a second glance, likely assuming she was just there to confirm schedules and appointments. They were in for a rude awakening. Initially, her testimony was routine. She described her daily tasks, managing calendars and booking travel. The defense lawyers looked confident, even a little bored. Then the prosecutor asked a simple question. "Were you ever asked to do anything outside of your normal duties?" She took a deep breath, looked directly at her former boss, and her voice, though soft, filled the silent courtroom. She explained that one evening, he asked her to stay late to clean up some digital files. He told her it was just routine archiving. But she had a gut feeling something was wrong. Instead of deleting the files as instructed, she made a copy onto a personal drive. She presented this drive to the court. On it were not just the files the prosecution had been missing, but audio recordings. The defendant had a habit of using a voice memo app to dictate his thoughts in to-do lists. He had forgotten to delete the recordings from the same folder. The courtroom held its breath as the audio was played. It was the defendant's voice, clear as day, meticulously outlining the entire fraud scheme. He detailed how he moved the money, which accounts he used, and how he planned to frame his partner. He even laughed about how he thought he would get away with it. The defense table was a scene of utter chaos. The lead attorney's face went pale. His carefully constructed arguments vaporized in an instant. The defendant just slumped in his chair, defeated. There were no more questions. The assistant's testimony, backed by the undeniable proof of the audio recordings, was the silver bullet. It wasn't just a piece of evidence. It was a confession from the defendant's own mouth. The jury's deliberation was one of the shortest in the court's history. The verdict was guilty on all counts. This case serves as a powerful reminder that sometimes the most damning evidence comes not from complex data, but from the simple, brave act of one person choosing to tell the truth. What an incredible turn of events. Let me know in the comments what you think about this case. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more unbelievable true stories.